Alrighty then. So I'm goofing around with some things, and one of them I noticed was my mic wasn't working on almost all the recordings I had done before, which is a crying shame because it was a brand new account and I had gotten an opportunity to walk through quite a few setup stuff. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to cut down that video into a couple of small things and then turn like a little bit of a commentary over the top and make it into something that's more digestible. Just a few minutes. That's probably the best answer. So until then, narrating a bunch of things didn't seem to make a lot of sense. And today, you can see I'm kind of ghostly. I'm still working on figuring out what's the best way to get the green screen filters to work correctly. And it doesn't, it's not as obvious as I wished. Um, Turn the similarity down a little bit and see if that helps. Click close. Maybe. Yeah, I'll take it. It looks better. So, this is my deck that I use right now in Ranked. It is a creature-based deck that is labeled a mono white mid-range deck, but for the most part, it's actually just a removal mono white soldiers deck would be the way that I would describe it. We've got 3 Talias, we've got 4 Ossifications, 1 Lantern Flare, which I was thinking of swapping out for the 4th Talia. Um, Brutal Cathar, Siege Veteran, Adeline, Morel, all of these work together on, creating tokens, getting wide on the board, slowing down the opponent as far as taxing them, and then removal, 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 the removal. There's just removal all over this thing. The goal of this is to just continually remove all of their, threats that are on the board, and then pound out whatever's left. It's a pretty fast deck. Usually it's like a turn 5 or turn 6 win when it works, and I'd say it works about 80% of the time. That doesn't mean I win 80% of the time. It just means that it's doing its thing, right? We're getting the right curve, the right cards down on the deck, and we're able to kind of control at least the early stages of the mid-range. Once it gets to the later stages of the mid-range, the grinding part of this deck, the Phyrexian horror guy that's in there, the new one, we can't keep this unfortunately, because 1 land. We're on way too many draws there. But anyway, he can stop any incoming attack because with just a single block from him turns into a fireball of the same size back. So it's kind of a nice way to control the deck. All right, so no 2 drops, only 3 drops, which is going to prove to be a pretty serious problem. But we're going to hold on to all of them just because it doesn't do us any good to have 3 mana and nothing to cast. I typically, though, don't draw really, really long, so... Alright, unfortunately. There ain't nothing typical about this match. We may take a loss here, just a really bad hand twice in a row. Nothing at the bottom half of our deck, and we're, of course, facing mono red. But good news is he hasn't dished out quite enough punishment here to get really, really scared. The Adeline would be the first thing that I would throw. It would allow us to get wide. I could think about doing the Brutal Cathar if I see something along the lines of like Atsushi or something that's worth having. Alright, so now we're getting punished, right? 7, 8. Nothing but land. Alright, we gotta get rid of one of those Monastery Whisperers, because otherwise we get next one. Let's see what happens next. Alright. I think it's over. And that's on me. I say it's on me. I just got the wrong draw to go up against mono red. There's just nothing. Sometimes that happens. It just all works in their favor, and they god draw out to end of the festivities back to back. And it's like, okay, I got a chance to cast 1 card that game. Yay! But that's the shuffler. I mean, the shuffler just destroyed us on that one twice. Cut us down a card against red, never a good sign. And then gave us a 0 curve twice. Alright, let's curve out a little bit better. We got 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Nope, can't curve out any better. Yay, we got a 2-drop. First 2-drop out of 4 hands. Woohoo! Probably just lose you. Alright, let's try the Lantern Flare. Deals X damage to a targeted creature, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control. Alright. I can't believe we still can't curve. Like, we still can't. Now we can't get a 3-drop. Like, crazy. Yeah, we'll just do this. Why not? I'd rather us gain the life than them, right? Good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 total creatures that have more than 3. We have 4 total cards that have more than 3 mana on them. We currently have in our hands 3 of those 4. Just nothing's going wrong here. Okay. Maybe not having a 3-drop helped out, because that's kind of a scary card. Did you just take my Phyrexian Vindicator? Duke played that game. This is a blast. We know how this works. Too expensive. I'm hoping to pick up a 2-dropper or so. This just got way too big. Way too big. Does she really not have vigilance? That's crazy. I'm just gonna concede this game too. I'm just overwhelmed. Wow! 2 in a row. Pretty rare to have that bad. But he played the same game I do, which is just take their creatures off their board, don't let them get established. By the time you do, it's over. That's, unfortunately, how that cookie crumbled. Two removals and turn 3. Okay. I'm done mulliganing these things. It's just not working. So let's keep it. Swamp. Rats. The rat tribal deck. Alright, as long as we don't get another land on the next card, we should be feeling better about no matter what happens here. Yeah, that's 4 damage. I know how this works. Okay. We can just ossify this thing. Normally I would wait until he sinks some more mana, but it's fine. Okay, that's fine. Come on. That's weird that he would do it to himself. The ward on this is to discard a card, and we would lose a land or this lantern flare. The other option would be to cast the lantern flare against him and then ossify that and lose the land. But yeah, I think that's the right answer. We'll play the ward. Yeah. Come on, Reckoner. Good job. I think this is the best answer. Unfortunately, losing the cards is really painful. Everything's removal. Everything is removed. Let's see. Come on. It is very frustrating to go 0-3. I'm not sure I've gone 0-3 with this deck. Like, that's pretty bad. Try brightening up the light and see if that helps. We could make the double strike tokens, or we could just go 2 more of these. Okay, let's get a little bit more narration going on here. 3 lords, 1 removal spell. Fight feels like he wouldn't really. Man feels like he's ramping. We do not want to let him ramp towards whatever it is he's ramping towards. So we just let his Kiki Jikis turn into little things. Yeah, you can see it's already over. So I mean, like turn 5, control the deck a little bit. We're gonna do it again. You know what's crazy is I think that's like our 4th game, and that was our 11th creature. So we're averaging like 2 or 3 11 creatures cast. It's just very, very low. Very, very low. Not sure I've seen that before. Okay. This is good. We actually have a 2-drop, a 3-drop that controls the board, a 3-drop that builds if there's nothing there. Like, we have choices. Can you believe it? Hello. Started from the top, now we're here. Black Green Fight Club. Flying Torment! That's awesome. So this is what I meant by if there's nothing on the board to control. We can take a Siege Veteran, drop him down there, and at least the 1/1 counter hits the deck. Something happens instead of losing the Brutal Cathar's #1 attraction, right? So we'll see what he casts. I'm expecting him to cast... Well, I was expecting something a little stronger than that, to be honest with you. Because of that, I'm just going to go with Corrupt. We can toss one onto him. We got all attack. Block or don't block, up to you. But next attack's going to start making some tokens. And that's going to get real tough to get by. Especially with 2 mana. Missing a mana draw twice against this deck is not good. Not good at all. Smaller threat. So never a good sign when you go from like a 2-drop to a 1-drop. Unless you've got some spectacular 2-drop plan. That's not a spectacular plan. So we'll let him burn the counter. He's going to put it on the Kami because she's trainable. Kami's going to get bigger, but not attack. And if you're not going to attack, you're in real trouble in this format. So let's go. And then just like that, those are gone. We could Lantern Flare, but these creatures are just nothing big about them. So we'll pop a shot on that. All attack, create a token, get a little stronger, go to next, and see if the opponent's willing to lose half their life. Nope. But you can see what's important to them. So take it. The Lantern Flare gives a little spice of life back to you too, which is nice. So this is what I mean by like controlling the board. We had 3 threats on the board. Now there's none. We cast 1 removal spell, and we did the fighting to get the other removal. It's one of the good reasons why you hold off on using removal spells. This is just feeling unfair. Sorry, buddy. You knew it was going to happen, though. Next. We'll put it on there. All attack. Make some more tokens. She's busted. Between her and Adeline, there's like a lot of quick token creation that makes things like Mondrake pointless. Like, why would you need 2 more? Like, I think it was up to 9 tokens and 2 attacks. That's just crazy. If you don't get dealt with right after she gets cast, it's game over. Okay, so we fought our way back to 500. I think we lost 3, we won 3. So we are right back in the same rank that we were at before. Let's go, let's go. Alright, 3 mana drop, 5 mana drop, 2 mana drop. That gives us some life. I'm going to keep, reluctantly, in hopes that we don't draw land. Okay, a little bit better of a 3 mana drop, and we got to do nothing turn out of Markin. Man is a Markin. Alright, Tenacious Underdog comes in, and he's kind of a threat. I'm not going to let my mana just disappear. I'll just let him go. I don't have any creatures. Let's go with the Steel Seraph. We'll go with Lifelink. Well, positive news is AO's going to hit the deck and go right over the top of the Obliterated. Right? So, if we can't block, we might as well remove. No reason to take damage early. Or we could Ossify. Yeah. I'm regretting using that spell without remembering that it's not tied to the mana. I was thinking it was like Lay Down Arms and it was tied to that. race, you'll win. Come on, I need some removal. Quick. Spare a little bit more expensive. Okay, so if the next attack hits 7 and the next attack hits 8, I actually have him on a 2-turn clock. You have to remove a spell on that. Shoot, he can do the math too. If I let the 3 go through, I unfortunately... Well, it doesn't really change much, does it? Here comes the next Invoke Despair in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. If I all-out attack, he comes back on the crackback. I'm still alive, so let's go. Take the damage when we can get it. Oh, there is no crackback. We have a Vigilant. That's okay. We just gotta get one removal spell, and we can actually win this game. Doesn't change much. I'm confused. Okay. Not sure what to do. This game over. I needed one more removal spell, but Phyrexian Obliterators are tough if you don't have them. They get the damage done. My AO was close, but yeah, we're not doing good. We're not doing good at all. And there's only about 10 more minutes left before I gotta skedaddle. Theoretically, I could get to turn 3 before anyone knows that I'm messed up in the Manus category. So, find out. Here you go. The one mana that doesn't do anything. Interesting. Ganjo twice. Oh, Shuffler, you got me. Let's just do nothing. We're locked by ourselves. We locked ourselves out, so that's on us. Didn't tell you that. This is over. You can't take turns off in ranked, and you can't keep 2 mana hands. You do that, you just gave up your pip. You just asked for defeat. That's what it is. Alright, we try again. God, this deck has never struggled, and here I am struggling. Mostly because of Shuffler. I think like 3 of our 5 losses have come because we can't find anything to do with the cards that they're giving to us. Another 2 land hand. I've got 3 things to cast. At least those lands aren't the Ganjos where I'm stuck with 2 lands again. And cards I can't do anything with. Ugh, come on. Okay, I have some ideas. Usually, the best answer to deal with stuff like this is to just get rid of the threat. The instinct is to put something on the board, but they just burn it and then they go through you again, and they burn it and then they go through you again. So by removing the thing that penalizes you for that, you put yourself in a much better spot. The hell, all 4 veterans? All right, all 4 veterans, no land still, just still no land, no land for you. We've had 4 lands in 3 turns last game, 2 turns this game, so 5 plus the 14 cards they give you on hand. So that's 19 cards, 4 lands. Should be closer to 9 lands. Do it again. I got a guy for you. Try that one. Now how much do your end the festivities cost? Squeeze! So first strike takes me out of the picture, makes it more expensive for him to bring it back. We're on our 4th turn, I think, here. We only have 1 attacker, so might as well get some damage in. We still don't have a land. So far this game, he's on his 3rd or 4th trip to the well. He's got his lands. There's his 4th. Go ahead. I guess it's a sign of strength that we can hang with mono red with 2 lands and being mana locked, but okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. I am 1 damage off. And unfortunately, he wins if I don't get the if he has a lightning strike in his hand. Nice. Let's go. We beat him with 2 lands. To stay within 1 pip of where we were. I'm going to say sad on all mono. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. Shouldn't be sad when we win. Do 2 more games. 1 more game. Solid keep. First solid hand we've had. Let's get less solid. Alright, so get the Talia out on play, make it a little bit more difficult for them to use a removal spell. Instead of a little bit, a lot. But it keeps them from casting something else, which is good. We'll pop the land out there and go with the Talia. Liking these do nothing turns. It's actually a really good one to ossify because it takes away the shenanigans that happen inside the graveyard. When you cast him, you can use your blitz. When he dies, he gets an opportunity to come back. I'm not going to block that. That's fine. So we're not trying to give them ossification targets. And if we kill the Tenacious Underdog, they can just bring it back. So we just go like that, get rid of, get our 5 damage in and click end. Yeah, we have more mana, there's more things we could do, but we're kind of set up in a board state that is the best that we can hope for at this moment. This will deal 2 damage to a target and heal us 2, but that's not going to help out in the direction we want to go. We'll take the 4 damage again. No problems with this. It's a total of 6 damage that round, which sounds a little scary. Resolve. And I'd rather give them the clue and just delete that one. Just so that I don't have to worry about it snapping back, right? We're still somehow winning in the ossify opponent planeswalker or target creature. We're not a creature, we're a vehicle. So I sometimes will ossify these things and then an Invoke Despair will come down, destroy the enchantment, and then not only do I not have a new thing on the board, I've got a Shieldred to deal with, right? So you gotta watch out and play around the Invoke Despairs just a little bit. In this case, we'll say pass. We're going to end up taking the 2 damage on the draw. That's fine. Resolve that. We're going to go with the Ossify, though, and we're ossifying the hell out of their Shieldreds. And he's got to be frustrated, right? Like, resolve. Alright, and we're taking it. We could take the... I don't think so. Yeah, we could take the Bankmaster. Let's do it. I like it. That worked out good. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go wide in order to gain 3 creatures on the board. We're gonna stick it on our first striker, and we're gonna say no attacks because a first strike death touch is pretty scary stuff. I'm really hoping she doesn't make me discard a card before I have to draw. I think she's going to. Wow. There's just one spell away. That's the way the cookie crumbles. It happens. But what a terrible, terrible showing. I think we got 3 wins out of 8 or 9 games. Pretty bad. I don't think I've